Thanks for joining me for another review. I don't get to do stuff like this much, but I took the opportunity to make a surface change video with the Wild Streak. We're looking at the review footage here on the house shot while we go over the details. The Wild Streak is kind of flying under the radar. If you have one, you know how great it is, but if you don't, you should pay more attention to it. It continued to get more use from me and is now literally the first ball out of the bag everywhere I go. It's a lock from my Nationals bag in June, it's one of my 3 weekly league balls at both houses, and it's the first one in the bag for local sweepers. Being that I felt like it was a perfect sport ball when I reviewed it, but hadn't used it much on sport up to this point, while I was out filming for the Omega and the Purple, I hopped on the fresh lane on the 2019 USBC Open Championships doubles and singles pattern and tried out a handful of different surfaces. First, we're looking at the lane shine footage. This is how I throw it in league. It comes at 3,000 out of the box, and I let most stuff lane shine. There's a whole lot of wow here. The Wild Streak has such a unique blend of traction and pop that it doesn't quite seem real or make sense. I've got as far right on this pattern as I have with the UFO, the Physics, the Prime, and the Omega, all of which are ASIMs with surface, and this is a 260 RG with lane shine, and it's just booming down lane. It's straight turning left and continuing. The one complaint I have, though, is that I don't have much room left. It's so responsive that while it makes me confident swinging it, if I get a little slow or a little inside, it's just gone. There's no slowing it down. So our first stop is going to be a 4,000 pad. We're just going to break that shine slightly and see if we can blend the wet dry a little better without sacrificing that big move on the back end. This is what a lot of people do with the factory shine. They still want the strong move on the back end without the sensitivity that a factory polished cover can create. We don't see much difference here. It still has that pop, maybe a tad smoother and less sensitive, but it's not quite enough for me on this pattern. On a house shot, it'd likely be perfect, but this shot's also pretty flat, so it's going to take more than that to blend it out. Our next stop is a small trick. We're going to go with a stronger undergrit at 1,000 and then go right back up to 4,000. This creates more traction earlier while not making it super early and smooth. This is what people use a lot when they want a bit more control but still a stronger move on the back end. Sometimes a lot of surface, like a straight 1,000 pad, can be too much and make the ball burn too much energy too early, but if you use a smoother pad on top of that, you can get some of the traction while retaining most of the shape. Here I think we can see a bigger difference, but it's not quite right. It's almost like the grits are fighting against each other. The ball wants to move a bit too early while still wanting to be longer and sharper. You can see that getting to the pocket isn't terribly hard, but the carry percentage is rough. It's either too much or not enough. Finally, we're going to go to a straight 2,000, and this is where the magic happens. People say you can't practice carry, but I disagree, and this is the perfect example. Once I go to the 2,000 pad, it creates the best look on the lanes. I get dig and recovery from Mrs. Right, butt blend and hold from Mrs. Left, plus I'm kicking 10s and tripping 4s. This lets me know that I'm ball matched and surface matched to the pattern and the lane surface. I'm getting hook without burning energy, I'm getting a strong move on the back end without the ball being too sensitive, and the matchup is showing in the pin carry. There are some times that no matter what you do, it doesn't seem like you can get the pins down, but this shows you that through practice, adjustments, and learning, you can find the sweet spot, and this will teach you how to adjust and develop your eye for ball reaction to the point that you should be able to find this kind of reaction every time out. This isn't luck, I'm not just happening to get breaks now, I've found the best matchup for this condition. Once again, the ball tells you what the lane's doing, and the pins tell you what the ball is doing. I hope you've learned something here. I hope you've enjoyed it. I look forward to making more videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching.